Hey guys, it's me Faye here at Faye Desk, and I'm back with another video. And in this video is going to be one for my Wicca 101 series. In this video I'm going to talk all about Wicca, a very basic overview of Wicca. I have some questions written down on my phone, so if you see me looking down a lot, it's just trying to make sure I don't forget anything. Yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so what is Wicca? And to be very basic, Wicca is a branch under paganism, and paganism is the umbrella term for is the umbrella for all the nature-based religions as faiths and practices. They branch off underneath, and Wicca is just one of those branches. And Wicca was founded by Gerald Gardner back in the 1950s, or what we recognize as modern day Wicca. Obviously there is hundreds and hundreds of variations of that, and that is basically how he brought the old ways back and gave them a new twist and a new spin, and it sort of morphed and developed into what we know today, using in a very basic sense. Obviously I only want to give a basic overview, as I feel that I want to like to feel these sort of videos are just a starting block for you to do your own sort of research and things like that. So that's very basically what is Wicca. Wicca is a nature-based religion or faith. And yeah, so the next question that I'm going to be answering is, are witchcraft and Wicca the same? This very much depends on your view, on your take, on your personal perspective. I personally, for my practice, Wicca and witchcraft for me are the same. I use them interchangeably in my practice. They blend into one, but I know there is a lot of Wiccans and a lot of witches that feel witchcraft and Wicca are different. Some witches feel that obviously Wicca is the faith and the religion, and witchcraft is the craft, is the practice, and that they're not the same, and that their belief systems and the way they practice and are completely and utterly different. But again, that is just what your personal take and personal view are. For you, witchcraft and Wicca can be and may be the same. You may feel like me, you may use them interchangeably, in that you may feel for your personal craft and personal practice that they're the same, that there's no difference, and you're a witch and you're a Wiccan. But there are a lot in both camps that there's Wiccans that say I'm Wiccan, I'm not a witch, and there's witches that say I'm a witch, I don't practice Wicca. And yeah, so it just depends on your personal perspective. Is it the same as paganism? This is a dicey one. I know that there are some witches who say that they aren't pagan, but for me personally, I feel that paganism, like I said, is the umbrella term, is the umbrella that encompasses all the different nature-based faiths and religions. And I personally feel that you can't be Wiccan or a witch without being pagan. You can be a witch without being Wiccan, you can be Wiccan without being a witch, but I personally feel that you can't be either without being pagan. You are pagan in some form or another, as paganism, as witchcraft and Wicca, they are branches off of paganism. So I feel paganism is the big umbrella and or the big tree, and there's the branches off of it. But there are some that disagree, but I think the general sort of consensus, whether that's right or wrong, is that paganism, and also there are pagans, to be fair, there are pagans that don't practice Wicca and don't practice witchcraft. They're pagan. Paganism is different to Wicca and witchcraft, but you are pagan if you practice Wicca or witchcraft. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, there are pagans that are druid, there are pagans that practice shamanism, there are pagans that practice everything that you could think of under the sun. Do Wiccans celebrate holidays like Christmas or Halloween? I think this very much depends on how you feel personally and your circumstances. I think a lot of Wiccans, because we have 2 Sabbats that fall on or around this time. So you have Samhain, which falls on Halloween on 31st of October, and then you have Yule, which falls on the equinox, so it's usually a couple of days before Christmas. But Christianity, when it was taking a foothold in the Celtic world and trying to force a lot of pagans to convert to Wicca, they found that the easiest way was to take pagan holidays and give them a Christian spin on it. So you'll find a lot of our holidays, they coincide with Christian holidays. So like we just discussed about Christmas and Halloween. Again, Easter falls around Ostara. You've got so many holiday and traditions, and they found that it was the easiest way to convert people was to take their holidays and give them a Christian spin. But having said that, a lot of Wiccans and pagans still do celebrate Christmas and Halloween. Like I celebrate Christmas, especially in the Western world. Like Christmas, especially Christmas as well, is such a big Western commercialized thing that it's kind of hard to sort of get away from that. But I celebrate Christmas not in the Christian sense that I'm celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ and all that, but I celebrate with my family and my friends. I celebrate the sort of family time, the togetherness. I celebrate Yule before. I sort of like to incorporate both. And Samhain, I do sort of like a couple of Halloween traditions. Like I like going trick-or-treating and watching Halloween movies and eating Halloween candy and all that sort of thing. And I think that there are a lot of Wiccans and pagans who sort of the same as me, who sort of do their own sort of Sabbath celebrations, but then as well do sort of celebrate the commercialized side of it as well. Do we perform spells or believe in or use magic? Yes, and yes. Yes, you do perform spell. If you're Wiccan or practice witchcraft, you do perform spells and rituals, and you believe in magic. You tend to don't believe in magic in the typical sort of Hollywood sense, where you can use a wand or your finger and you can like freeze time or get the sort of instant results, is what Hollywood sort of style of magic sort of promotes. And real magic practitioners know that spells and rituals and magic, they come about because by doing a spell or a ritual, you are putting your sort of intention out to the universe, and a spell is one component. The spell is your prayer or your request to the universe, and then in your everyday mundane life you are doing things to sort of back that up, to sort of push the universe. The universe has no choice but to help you get what you request. So say for example you did a spell as you are unhappy in your job and you wanted to go about your dream career as I don't know, a journalist or something. So you've put the request out to the universe, and you can't just sit back now and expect it to happen, as magic doesn't work and the universe doesn't work that way. You need to put the work in as well. So now what you need to do is you need to research, how do I become a journalist? What classes can I take at college? Can I do an open university degree? Can I find somewhere where I can do an internship at a local newspaper or a local magazine or an online publication? And so you need to be going out there and putting the work in, and then the universe is just going to give you a push to finalize that. So we do believe in magic, and we do cast spells and rituals as that is a very big part of Wicca and paganism and witchcraft. What is a coven, and am I in one? A coven is a group of witches or Wiccans or whatever, just say witches for now. A group of witches who get together maybe every Sabbath or every Esbat, which is every full moon, or whenever they're called to, and they practice spells and rituals, or they work together on like ideas of books of shadows, and they bake together and they do all kinds of different things. I am personally not in a coven. I'm a solitary Wiccan. I've never been in a coven. I never really had a desire to be in a coven. Although if the chance did come around, I think I would seriously look into it, because I think I would just for the companionship, as what I like about being solitary is that I make my own rules, and I practice what I want to practice, and I don't have anyone telling me this is how I should practice and this is what I should do. But the downside to being solitary is I do find it's very sort of lonely, and I have people online that I sort of speak to that sort of share my views and things like that, but it would be nice to, like in real life sort of thing, in like the flesh, to be able to sort of meet up and practice magic with people and just sort of discuss different things. And so I'm sort of, as I'm getting older, I'm very sort of getting open to being in some sort of coven or some sort of study group or circle or something. But yeah, so watch this space basically. Do I believe in any gods and goddesses, or any god or goddess? Yes, I do believe in a god and a goddess. Practicing witchcraft, especially Wicca, the god and the goddess is a very central tenet of your practice, and is very the god and the goddess and the divine are sort of a very big part of your practice and of your beliefs. And on my altar I have a god and a goddess representation. If I did any spells or rituals, I would I would mention the god and the goddess and invite them to witness what I'm doing. And I do believe in different god and goddesses, and I would like to sort of deepen my knowledge and deepen my study and deepen my sort of practice with different goddesses and things like that. Do Wiccans believe in life after death? Yes. Sorry, I got a bit of a chest. Yes, a lot of Wiccans, or most Wiccans, believe in reincarnation. So you may have heard of reincarnation from Hinduism or Buddhism, and believe in like rebirth and reincarnation is we sort of believe that when you die that your physical body may be gone, but that your soul lives on, and that it goes to a summerland, which is sort of like a waiting place until you become till you get reborn or reincarnated, depending on, I mean obviously I don't know, no one actually knows until it happens or exactly happens, but I believe you get reincarnated or reborn into, even reincarnated into some sort of animal thing, or maybe you're reborn into another human, or I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I've never died, so I don't actually know what actually happens, but that's what I like to believe. I believe that your soul is never gone, that it lives on. Okay, so the last question is, how can you become a Wiccan? So it's very, very simple how you can become a Wiccan. Part of it, I personally believe that you watch this video now and you're questioning, you're thinking, how can I become a Wiccan? You're already there. If you are wondering how you can become a Wiccan, you're already a Wiccan. to become a Wiccan, you need to research, to look in to see if it is for you, to look into what we believe, what we practice, look into the different Sabbats, into the god and the goddess, and the threefold law, Wiccan read, and the 13 goals of a witch, and look into spells and rituals and how they work, and how the Wiccas of the Witches Pyramid and all these different things. It's all about researching. You just need to look into me. You may have watched my videos, or you may have read a magazine article, watched YouTube videos or a movie, and you thought, wow, like, this feels amazing, like, I want to become a Wiccan, like, I want to do this. Well, you just need to look into it. You just need to research and just see if that, and if you've researched and you feel like that's for you, then awesome. You just need to take it one step at a time. So you could start by getting a notebook and converting it into your book of shadows, like making notes on what you found, and the next time there's a full moon, you could do a drawing down the moon, or do a ritual, or next time there's a Sabbath, you could honor the Sabbath, or you could do anything. So it is easy, especially this day and age, to become a Wiccan. So yeah, so I rambled on enough, and I hope that these questions are sort of giving you food for thought, and to sort of go out and sort of explore, sort of like go out and sort of, you know, sort of think about it, and, you know, do more stuff. And I would love to know, if you had, in the comments below, if you have any more questions, or what your sort of views are on the questions we've sort of looked at today. And yeah, so I'll see you in my next video. Blessed be.